So today I'm going to go over how to set up Google Drive for your business and then some cool features that you can use within Google Drive. To get started, we're going to bring up a web browser. Just go to Google if you're not already there and click on these little buttons in the upper right hand corner. Down where it says Drive, click on this. And if you're not already signed into Google, go ahead and sign up now. And it's going to create you a Google account. So when you first start with Google Drive, you're going to be brought up to this screen where it lists your drive, has shared with me. So if other people share documents or files from their Google Drive to you, you'll find it in this section. You'll also find a list of your recent files. You can upload Google Photos from here. You can star or make certain files more important, a trash can, and you have backups. You will notice that when you sign up for Google Drive, you are given 15 gigabytes free to use. You can upgrade your storage for a fee. So if you or your business is going to need more file size, you can definitely do that. And you can get Drive for your PC, and I'll do that here in just a second. There's a little getting started PDF right here, which you can read as well. I suggest you read that. So what I'm going to be using this for is business purposes. I'm going to be backing up all the files that I've created on my laptop, just in case there's any problems, obviously, with my laptop. But as another situation, you can download Google Drive on your smartphone, so both iPhone and Android, and you can access your files from your phone. And that's really nice if you're working on something or you want to review a file. You can do that on the go. You can also log in anywhere and access your files. So if I'm traveling, I don't have my computer with me, I can still access all the files that I have stored in Google Drive from another computer just by logging into my Google account, my Gmail account, and accessing my drive that way. So if you're starting up using this for business, which is again what the purpose of this video is for, then I suggest you sign up for Google Drive and then get Drive for PC. Just follow this link right here. Download for PC. Read through the Google Terms of Service. Then accept and install. There you go. Once the file has downloaded, it'll ask you for user account controls if needed to install the program. Then it's going to go through the installing process. Okay, once the installation is complete, you'll get this message right here. Just click on this close button right in the background. And then thanks for downloading Drive, and it should be on your computer. So you can just shrink this down. Go to your Start menu and type in Drive. It has your desktop app here. So let's go ahead and open this. All right, and this is Meet Google Drive for your computer. Drive is a free way to keep files safe and easy to reach on your computer, phone, and tablet, and the web at drive.google.com. So again, if you can go to drive.google.com, you can sign in with your Gmail account and access your files anywhere. So we'll go ahead and get started. It's going to ask me to sign in. And then it's going to ask you to add files to your folder. So you're going to see this little Google Drive folder on my desktop here in just a minute, and you'll be able to click and drag files anywhere you want from anywhere on your computer into this Google Drive. You can also get the app on the store. That's always good to do. Access your files from your phone. And then you can share files, which I'll show you here in just a minute, and we're all set. So now we can access Google Drive from here. I'll go and open that up and click Done. And it popped up my folder, Google Drive. It does have a getting started document out here as well. Like I said earlier, go ahead and review it. And it has put a little Google Drive folder on my desktop. What I would like to do from here is just click and drag my Lunch Hour Web. So this is everything I've done for Lunch Hour Web. I've created all these documents, images, videos, little to-do lists out here, just a little text pad. And you'll notice these come down into subfolders. It's all fine. It works just like Windows. And you can just click and drag, and it's going to start backing up everything. Oh, I have the file open. Let me try that again. There we go. So now I've just moved everything into my Google Drive folder. If I double click that now to open it up, you're gonna see these little arrows, circle blue arrows. That means it is syncing. So whenever a change has been made in one of these folders, it's going to show up here. Still uploading files. Once it's done, you're going to get a little green check mark, meaning that the file has synced online. If you jump back to your web browser and go to your Google Drive, you can come back and click on Google Drive left-hand side. It's going to bring us back to our own folder from the web, so you can access this through a website. Just click on My Drive. You notice that lunch hour web folder that I just put in there. I can open it up and I can see any of the files out there. This is going to take a little bit of time to sync because I have a lot of files in these folders. But here, after a half hour or so, it should be all synchronized up and all in the cloud. You can also access Google Drive by clicking on this desktop down here in your task tray, down by the date and time. And you'll have this little Google Drive folder there. You can see it's syncing 84 out of 295 files. I can right click and see more, see exactly what is syncing. I can also open my Google Drive folder, upgrade storage, or change some other settings through here as well. Go ahead and close out of that for now. Okay, so now that I have all my files loaded into my drive, it has finished synchronizing. You notice that I have all my subfolders in here. Again, you can drill down as far as you want. From within the website, you can create new folders. You can upload a file. You can create new Google tools, Google Docs, Google Sheets. Google Docs is similar to Microsoft Word. Google Sheets is similar to Microsoft Excel. Slides is similar to PowerPoint, and so on. Any of these files that are out here, you can just double click to read, and then you can also open them with other tools. So for example, if I wanted to edit this with Google Docs, I can click Google Docs. It's going to open up in here. Once it loads, and this is just a simple to-do list that I created really far at the beginning, I think my first or second video, but I can come in here and I can add in any items that I want and be done. I'm not going to save this. I'm going to exit out of there. One word of caution: if you are doing this, and let me bring up a Word document and show you the difference between how a Word document looks and how a Google Docs opens that file. So for example, I've created this 11 about page content idea. So if you were writing an about page, these are different topics that you can talk about. And what you'll notice is it's header up here, a date, little description, and in the back, kind of hard to see, there's an LHW. It's my logo, Lunch Hour Web logo. If I close out of this and then open that here in Google Docs, what you'll notice is what it has done is taken the L, H, and W, and instead of making that a watermark on the back of the document, it put it at the top of the document. So it's not going to show files exactly the same from Word to Google Docs. It's going to do the same with Excel to Google Sheets. It's not as robust, or it's going to display documents differently. But that's just a little heads up. Okay, so now that you hopefully understand how to navigate, I do want to explain some benefits of sharing files. So something you can do is when you have a file, so again, let's go back down to this about page that I have out here. So this is the Word document, Word about page that I've created. And let's say I want to share this with other people. I can click here and I can get share. So I can select to share it with people, certain people, specific people, and I can put in their email addresses here. If they have a Gmail account, and I click here, can edit, can comment, can view, if I leave that can edit, and I put in a Gmail account, someone else, when they log in with their Gmail, they will be able to edit this file. If I just give them view or comment, they'll be able to look at it, and they'll be able to put some comments on the file, but they will not be able to edit the original file. If I don't share with people, I can get a shareable link. And what that does is it'll create a unique, very long link just for this file. I can copy that link. I can also work sharing settings, and anyone with this link can view, anyone with the link can edit, anyone with the link can comment. You can change this as well. Do they have to sign in to Gmail before they can access it or edit it, and so on. For this file, it's 11 about page content ideas, meaning if you're writing an about page, what content can you write about? And this is topics, tips that people can download from my website. I don't want anybody to edit. I don't want anybody to comment. I really just want people to view. So the settings here are perfect. I'm going to go ahead and copy this link and click done. And then when I jump over to my Zoho sites, I went to the post 11 about page content ideas. And this is where that file that I originally am sharing with people, I have it at the bottom. So I have this little button down here where people can download this file. Now currently, if I go to button properties, it's going to open a file which I have selected here, 11 about page content ideas.pdf. The nice thing about using Google Drive, if I make a change to this file, let's say I think of a 12th idea that people can write about on their about page, I could edit that file, then I have to save it as a PDF, come back here, upload a new file, and make sure I click it. So every time I make an adjustment to an existing file, I have to come back and edit that on the website. If instead I just link to a web URL, I could paste in that Google shortcut, which is just that one link for this one file, and when anybody clicks it, they're going to download it from Google Drive instead of downloading it from the website. So now anytime I make a change to the file, the same URL should work, the same sharing URL, and people will get it. I don't have to come back into my website and update it. That's another nice tool, especially if you have any documents that you're sharing with multiple people that you're constantly updating, and you can just give them one link, or you can put a link on your website and they'll always have the latest version. Doing that from the website is one. You notice I just had to right click to get all of these. I can also do this from the folder as well. So you notice there's a little green check mark here, meaning that it's been uploaded. I can right click on this file from here, and I can go to Google Drive, and I can do share, and it'll give me the same options for sharing this file. So again, here's the link, copy it, put in people. If I only want specific people to get, I can get a shareable link. I can turn that link sharing off at any time for if any reason I want to stop sharing this file. You can turn it on or off and get the link that way as well. So oftentimes once I have Google Drive installed, I won't go on to the website to modify or work with documents or files. I'll instead just come here and I'll be able to edit, share, comment, do whatever I need to do without using Google Drive tools such as Google Docs and Google Sheets. I'll use the Word document, Excel spreadsheets, and modifying that, and then I can share with other people as well. The last thing I want to show you is starring. So let's say there's something that you're working on, very important, or you're working on all the time. Google, of course, has search where you can find. So let me find 11 about. It's going to bring up my 11 about page content ideas. It's going to bring up anything with looks like 11 in the title. It has a really easy, great search to it. Google also has starred. So if there's something that I really want to mark as important, I can right click and add star. So now I've added a star. I could undo it if I click the wrong thing, coming back down here to my starred folder or starred section, and now these are my most important files. I can always come back and remove the star, remove it from here. I can view recent files, which stuff I've been working on recently. You can also click and move stuff into different sections as well. So a lot of cool stuff you can do in here. Definitely suggest you give it a shot. Look at it for your team, especially if you have multiple people on it. Even if you don't, like myself, I'm just a one-person shop. Really handy to be able to access any of my files from my smartphone, look at documents that I've created, look at videos maybe that I've recorded, look at all the stuff that I have on my folder. Also that peace of mind that all these files are getting backed up to the web. So if anything should happen to my computer and I didn't have a backup on a local external hard drive, I will have all my files and folders out here on the web. It is accessible, of course, by Google. So I do highly suggest you don't put confidential information out here or anything that you don't want to share with Google, because they do have access. This is their service, of course. They're going to have access to all your files. And believe it or not, they're probably using their Google bots, which you normally go out and search websites. They're searching through all of your documents as well. They're trying to build a better picture about what people do online. So as this service is free for them up to 15 gigs, I would just keep that in mind and try and keep out anything private that you don't want Google to see. Alright guys, if you think of anything else that Google Drive can do, or anything else that I should include on a next video, or if you still have questions about anything I've covered, please share that with me, let me know, and I hope this was helpful for you. Great tool to use for your business, and I will see you next time. Hey everyone, thank you for watching this video. I hope you found the information helpful and useful for whatever it is you're doing on the web. If you liked it, please subscribe by clicking the icon above. Otherwise, you can leave comments, suggestions down below if you have any, and I will make sure to answer. Have a great day, everyone. Take care.